Hey guys, hope you are doing well and welcome to another new video. And our today's video is very special because in our today's video I will show you how you can oh sorry for that. Mm, okay, so I will just go there and search for site/safetennis.com. Then I will go to that site and try to give you some information. Site. Okay, now it's work. So the tennis rule of international association, we will give you some information from here. Okay, the tennis rules of international tennis association. The international tennis federation, ITF, is the regulating organization of tennis, and one of its roles to determine the rules of the game. Tennis rules Tennis rules of the International Tennis Association. The ITF took the opportunity with the 2004 edition of the regulation of tennis to modernize the structure and organization of the rules, which were changed into a more current language and simpler to understand sequence. As a result, the set of traditional has been reduced at the previous rules. The number of presented in brackets in the last area for reference. The most latest edition of both the rules of Wimbledon may be downloaded at the ITF website. The number one is basics guideline. You have to follow the basics guideline when you are talking about the tennis regulation. Okay, so when playing double without a chair umpire, all teams should really be aware of following essential principles. If in truth the player will give his or her opponent the benefits of doubt, especially when it's come to line calls, each player is liable for all calls on his or her side of the net. However, an incorrect line call may be reserved by court boss or referee. This is reversal can be performed by an official within or outside the court enclosure. The point will be replayed on the first occurrence and the player will lose the point on consecutive wrong calls. If the court manager or a referee believe that an incorrect line call was made on purpose, the guilty player will forfeit the point and may get a court penalty for unsportsmanlike behavior. All out or missed calls must be made as soon as the ball has rebounded and loud enough that the opponent to hear, unless it was a game-winning shot or that community made an incorrect out caller previously in the game. The point should indeed be replayed if a player wrongly declare a ball out and later realize that the basket was good. The player who shouted out in the situation loses the point. A service, a service let can be requested by either the player or the team on the team. Only an official on the court of a chair umpire has the authority to call a foot fault. A referee or judicial supervisor may ask a player to address their foot faulting problem, and the player will be required to make an attempt throughout the match to correct the problem. The receiver is not allowed to call a fair catch on the server. The receiver must keep up with the server reasonable pitch. Each player must ensure they reduce their warm time, minimize the delay between point, and also the change of in the change of ends. To avoid a score dispute, uh, the server should declare the final score before beginning a game, and also the point score being serving each point, and must do so loudly enough for his or her opponent to hear. If the participant can't agree on a score, they should calmly debate the dispute point games. All point or games that the principals agree on should stand, and only those that are in question should be replayed. For example, two players cannot occur on whether the scoreboard is 14-13 or 13-14, and only differ on who owned the game's first point. Because both teams accept that they have earned 2 points appear, the game will proceed from 30 to 30. The same rules apply when the game score is in doubt. doubt. Two players cannot agree on 43 or 34 and nearly argue on who won the second game. Because both teams accept that they earn 3 apiece, the match will proceed from 3-3. In the next game, the player who received in the previous game will serve. A player must make a valid attempt to recall the true score. Point games played if there is still a score dispute. Tennis rules of International Tennis Association. When a player causes an involuntary impediment, ball dropping out of pocket, cap coming off, etc., let should indent be called the first time, and every similar hand raise after that will be considered purposeful. Tennis rules of the International Tennis Association. A point will be deducted for any obstacle made by a player that is determined to be purposeful by the competent official. So that's all about our today's video. If you like this video, then don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel to get more videos like this. Thank you very much.